Well, greetings, Series 24 test takers. This is Dean Tenney coming to you from my studio in fabulous Las Vegas. Just finished a 2-hour Series 24 tutoring session. I always like to use that as a nudge to provide additional content for free as a supplement on the YouTube channel. This is a little exercise that I thought I'd share with you. You can see how you do. Hit pause. Put the answer in there, and then I'll do the reveal, and we'll see how you do. Okay, so investment bankers, we have two types of deals. We have best efforts and firm commitment underwritings. And so in the first one, investment banker sells to the public on behalf of the issuer. So is that a best efforts or a firm commitment underwriting? Okay, let's see how you did. We'll do the reveal. That's a best efforts underwriting. Now, remember, best efforts, we're acting as an agent to the issuer. We're still not the customer's agent, but we're an agent to the issuer. All right, let's try our next one. Underwriter sells initial public offering shares, IPO shares, from its inventory. Yeah, I don't really like the idea that it's inventory, but it's syndicate, right? So is this a firm commitment or is this the best efforts? Well, if you're not buying the shares from the issuer and we're not acting as an agency, basis, and we're acting our dealer principal capacity, and this is a firm commitment, also known as a fixed price underwriting. So if it's a firm commitment underwriting, remember, we're probably going to want to put in the prospectus that we may stabilize it. We'll have a stabilization agent. The stabilization is kind of like a legal form of pegging, if you will. So, and we're acting in our dealer principal capacity. All right, let's see how you do on the next one. ABC Corp sells $15 million in bonds. So I'm going to give you some hints on what we're looking for here. So I'm going to stipulate that we're going to sell this to the public. This is a public offering of $15 million. We're not going to be doing an S1 registration statement. We're not going to be registering this under 33. I'm looking for an exempt transaction where we're selling, not registering with the SEC, and we're still selling to the public. What would that be? Did you say Reg A? If you did, you're correct. Now, if it's Reg A, is this tier 1 or is this tier 2? This would be tier 1, right? Because remember, with tier 1, we can go up to $20 million. All right, let's try our next one. Buy Stuff Inc. sells $45 million in preferred stock. I'll give you some hints. So we're not going to make a registration statement with the SEC under 33. This is another exempt transaction. We are selling this to the public. So selling to the public, by the way, when I tell you selling to the public, that means you should know it's not a private placement. Right? Because I'm telling you we're making a public distribution. We're just not registering with the SEC. So did you say Reg A tier 2? Because remember, at tier 2, we can go up to $75 million. Now, if we go into tier 2, the issuer has to have audited financial statements, and the investors can put no more than 10% of their annual income or net worth into the deal. All right, let's try this next one. Sierra Verde Coffee offers shares exclusively to residents of its home state. So Sierra Verde Coffee, the issuer, offers shares exclusively to residents of its home state. I will stipulate it's not a Reg A. I will stipulate that it's another exempt transaction. And so what did you say? Did you say Rule 147? If so, you're correct. Now, Rule 147, remember, we can only sell to residents of the state, and we have the 80% test. 80% of the business's assets have to be sold within the state, residents of the state, and residents can sell it 6 months afterwards. All right, let's look at our last one here in this little exercise. Little Gem Corp offers shares exclusively to accredited investors. Exclusively to accredited investors. You should definitely know that is a Reg D private placement. Now, this says exclusively to accredited investors. So exclusively accredited investors means this is 506C, right? Because with 506C, we can't have non-accredited investors, but we can solicit. If it was 506B, then we could have it up to 35 non-accredited investors. Definitely should know the accreditation standards. $1 million net worth, or $200,000 in annual income for the last 2 years with the expectation 200 grand this year, or married and filing jointly 300 grand for the last 2 years with the expectation of 300 grand this year. Okay, well, I thought that would just be a little fun thing to put up as a kind of a little bit of a training teaser, kind of an exercise for your 24. Talk to you later. Remember, inch by inch, your 24 is a cinch, yard by yard, your 25 is hard. Your 25 is hard, 24 is hard.